Hi everyone, it's Nicole here from My Dear Charlie. Welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be sharing with you this cute little project, which is a little Halloween treat coffin box. This is a freebie on the SS Digital Studio group page, which I'll leave the name of that in the comments so you can go over, join our group and check out all there is on offer. Like I said, yeah, this is one of the freebies. There's plenty of freebies, so do yourself a favour, check it out. It's a great group. So what I'll do, I'll put that aside and we'll just get started. So first of all, what you will get is just this printout here. Super easy. You've got the box and you've got a cute little tag, which is this little tag here. So what I've done, I've actually pre-prepared some stuff so I don't have to bore you tirelessly with cutting everything out, etc, etc. If you're new to making boxes, this tutorial could be really good for you. Just shows you the basic how to, and yeah, super simple, super fun. So I'll put that to the side and bring over the one that I prepared earlier and just explain to you. So what I've done, I've cut everything out. So I'll just quickly bring this one back over. So you just cut around the edge, obviously, and then these bits here cut right down to the corners. So wherever there's the solid line, they're your cut lines, because you need to be able to fold it. Now, something like this, it's a lot easier if you pre-score all of the lines. As you can see, well, I'm not sure how well you'll see it, but you can see the score marks. Now you could use a scoreboard to do this, but I just find it a bit tricky with all the different angles and some bits it covers up the lines on the scoreboard. So I use, the really simple way is a ruler and a bone folder. So I've done all of these except for one. So again, if you're new to having to score and things like this is as simple as it is. You will need something soft underneath. This is actually just a piercing mat, as you can tell from the many thousands of holes in it. From this is a Stampin' Up one. If you don't have one, that's fine. This is like just a bit of sort of really dense foam. Just get a tea towel or something soft, fold it over a bit, just so you've got a little bit of cushioning underneath. What I do is I get my ruler. I've already scored quite a few of these. I've got about 20 to make, so this is a good way to get another one done, is by sharing it with everybody. Now I know that I need to be that distance from the score line. So what you do is you put your ruler down, get whatever you're using to score with, and run it along just without pushing it down. Say, okay, well that meets up with the dots. Okay, so then just gently I'll just go back and forward a few times so I get a good score in it, because this just really helps with the folding. So that is that done. So now that they're all scored, we can fold. So I'll just grab my other bone folder. I like using this one. This is actually a Teflon folder. So when you're rubbing on, say, this cardstock, you don't get the shine from it. And I will mention the cardstock that I have used for this project is about 110 pounds, so it's nice and thick, which just helps it to keep its shape a lot better when you make the box. It's not as flimsy, but just use whatever you've got. I mean, basically at the end of the day, I don't know if kids are going to want to keep these. They could just end up in the bin. So what I do is you score this way, turn it over, and then fold it. Now to get a nice square even edges, you just want to burnish those score lines down a bit. So again, I'm not doing this hard, I'm just rubbing it along a few times, and that's just going to give it a really nice crisp fold. So you want to go along all of them. There's no order to do these in. I've just I've already made quite a few, so I'll just follow the way that I've been doing them and do the same with the little tabs. These are the bits that are going to be used to glue it all together. So it's pretty easy. Like I said, it's pretty quick, and you end up with a really fun little treat box at the end. Well, I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. We're into the early hours of Tuesday morning here in Australia. So my weekend's well and truly gone. But mine was pretty relaxing. I got a few of these boxes already made up, as I'm in Melbourne, so we're still in lockdown. We don't have any retail stores or anything like that open at this point in time. We're hoping for next week. If not next week, the 1st of November's supposedly the date. So, oh geez, I hope so. It's not that I miss the shops, we haven't been able to go out and do anything. We had a 5-kilometre radius that we're allowed to travel in, and that was it. So as you can see, I'm just popping a little bit of glue on these tabs, and then you just want to squish that down. I just sort of put that down like that, so that way I know this edge here is to the edge here. Oh, pulled that apart. Okay, so we're just going to do that on all of these. So it's just going to show you the construction and how easy it is. The glue I'm using is the Art Glitter Glue. I like it because it's a really strong glue, and I like that it has the little nozzle on it. It just makes it so much easier than using my bigger bottles and ending up with glue everywhere. I'm sure we've all experienced that in the past. Okay, so we'll just keep going around. Oh, a bit too much there, it's alright, we'll wipe that off. Put that one onto there. When I get to here, what I do is I skip this one here and I go back into this one. I just found it easier after I'd made my first one to do it this way. But again, just do it whatever way you want. This is just the way I do it. And as you can see, like it is a really quick and fun little project. So we'll just put a bit of glue on this one, get that out the way. And a bit of glue on this last one here. Excuse me. And that is the construction of the box finished. How easy was that? Wipe that little bit of excess off. You don't have to be that fussy, I just am, that's all. Alright, put my pin back in there. And there you go. Simple, easy, cute little box, ready to fill with treats. Now, if you want to make it like this, again, it's up to you, you don't have to decorate it. I just seem to, I don't know, I always just seem to maybe go a bit over the top. I'll move that one out the way. I've got another one I prepared earlier, so I can show you how I decorate it. So what I've done, I've inked up around all the edges. I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see that. But yeah, I've just inked it up, grunged it up a bit. And what it does too, it just hides those little lines, which again, doesn't matter. I mean, I guess, you know, if you're just giving them to the kids in the street, that's fine. Put a bit of, you know, a sticker on there or a bit of tape, or even run just a bit of glue just under there and stick it down and you're done. So the other thing I've done, I do, because I have the string, the twine on it, because of the shape of the box, when I first did it, it would just keep slipping off. So what I do is I've marked my holes, just get my little piercing tool, and I normally do this first but I forgot, and then just pierce the holes through, and then I'm right to put the twine through, so that way it doesn't slip down. Okay, so that's pretty much completed if you want to use the twine, and if you want to use it like that, yay, you're done. So out the way with that one. Okay, so what I have used, as you can see, to decorate this is a bit of, it's called Crazy Cloth. I saw it quite a while ago, and I was going to use it on a journal, but then I didn't really like the way it looks, so I have, well, it only came in a choice of one length, and this is how I got it. I got this from AliExpress. You get this roll, and look, I don't think I could ever in a million years use all of it. It's just such a huge amount. And it's just, yeah, it's like a big uneven kind of netting, and it actually looks really good. There'd be plenty of things you could use it for. I've already got a little bit cut off, so I don't need to cut any off there, so I'll put that aside. I've also got it in black, but I didn't want to use the black on the grey, which has already got the black on it. And then also, if you put the black, you're not going to be able to see our friendly little spider there. Okay, so now sticking this to the box is actually pretty easy. You don't want to put glue all over the box. So what I do is I get a little silicone mat. This is just a little silicone mat. I know you can also get this, again, it's a Stampin' Up one. Stampin' Up's sort of how I got into the journal making. I was making cards and I really enjoyed it, but I just felt it was, I don't know, I just wanted more. So that's how I got into making junk journals and things like that. So I have a lot of these sorts of things, which is great. So anyway, back to sticking the fabric on. What you want to do is you just stick a bit of glue on here. That's probably way too much, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I can clean that off. Okay, and I just rub it on like this with my finger. You don't want it too thick. This glue's actually thickened up a bit because I haven't used it for a while. I'll just wipe that off. Now, figure out how you want to stick that on. So I'm thinking just something like that. So what I'm going to do is drop that onto the glue. And with a bit of paper towel. The reason I use paper towel is, well, I didn't, and I found it really hard to pick it up again because I had glue all over my fingers. Pretty clever. Just smush it down into the glue like that. And just peel it up at the edge. Then you've got a nice glue backing on it. And then just pop it onto your box. Pop it down like that. And you have your Crazy Cloth glued on without all the mess of glue showing up underneath, which is really good. So I'm just going to trim some of that off. I don't want to fully cover the skull. I don't mind having it somewhat covered. And you don't need to be neat with trimming it. I might just trim a little bit off here. It's probably a little bit long. that out the way. And there you go. That's sticking the glue on, the cloth on. So yeah, a nice easy way of doing it. Quick clean up. If you get it quick enough, you can just wipe the glue straight off the mat. That's a good thing. And if you don't have a silica mat, just use, I don't know, maybe a bit of wax paper, or even, you know, if you've got a bit of glass or something like that, that would do it too. I'll pop that in the bin. Okay, and then last but not least, just to finish decorating it, we have our little spider. At first I wasn't sure what I would use to stick it down because there's such small little legs on there. So what I actually do, a little square of paper, and I use glossy accents, because if you've used glossy accents before, you know it's a really nice thick clear glue. I'll just pop that out of the way. So what I do, hopefully it's not blocked up, no. Okay, so I just put a blob on a piece of paper, the lid back on, and then I just dip each little spidey paw into the glossy accents, or accent I should say. Oh, look at that. It doesn't matter. It's all done. I'll just pop a little bit more on there. They all look like they've got a pretty good covering. That one doesn't. Okay, and there we go. And then we can just pop our spider onto the box. So you will want to leave that for a little while. Because again, if you've used the glossy accents before, it does take a while to dry. If needs be, just put something a bit weighted on it if it looks like it's all its paws, which this one doesn't look like they're quite touching. So what I'll do, I'll just get this silica mat again. Oh, it's covered in crazy cloth, and I'll just pop that on there to weight it down, so his little paws are touching the cardstock of the box. And just wipe that off. Desperately need to get a new mat, but since all the shops are shut, that's been a bit hard. We can order online. But shipping at the moment in Australia, especially Melbourne, is just, oh, it's terrible. Like, you can order something from half an hour, you know, something that's a half an hour drive away, and take it, you know, goes to the local distribution centre, and then it gets sent up to New South Wales to be sorted, and then sent back and resorted, and you know, it can take nearly 2 weeks to get something that normally takes 1 or 2 days. So it's been just a bit frustrating for all of us here. But we're nearing the end. I think we've done a great job. We've gone from having like 700 cases a day back in July, and we're into double digits now, which is fantastic. So it's been a long, hard slog for everybody, but we've gotten there, and that's the main thing. So there you go, we have our little box. I do have a bit of twine again that I prepared earlier. I'll sort of be gentle because that spidey might not be stuck too well yet. Okay, one. Through a little bit more, and there we have it. I won't tie it up yet because that's still got a bit of setting to do. Now, just so you can sort of see the capacity of these boxes, I'll give you the quick measurements of it completed. So you're looking at a bit over 5.5 long, and at its widest point it's a bit over about 3.5 across here and almost 2 across the bottom, and it is 1.25 deep. Now I bought a heap of lollies and things to pop in. I thought I've got way too much, and I thought, well, that doesn't matter, I can just eat the leftovers. But when you actually put them in, got some M&Ms, a couple of Freddo Frogs, a lollipop, more chocolate, a couple of other lollies, more lollies, and you've got to have a chocolate eyeball. So there you go. You could actually probably fit a little bit more in there, but you know, I think that's enough. The dentist makes enough money out of us. Don't want to have your kids getting any cavities. So there you go. Done. Cute little treat box. I'm just going to pop them back out and let that spider dry. And then that's another one done. So I think I've got about 8 done now and got about 12 to go. So I'm going to get cracking with that. So I hope that has been useful for you to see that. You can use any cloth you want. You don't have to use cloth. If you don't want to use cloth, of course, you don't have to use anything. You can just have a, you know, the colours are great. It looks fantastic, so you can have it plain, or maybe you just want to ink up the edges just to give it a bit of a grungier look. So there you go. So thanks so much for joining me today, and until next time, keep safe, stay well, and enjoy your craft. Bye everyone.